Hey, Prophet, what's up? It's
What's
Taiwan.
up, man?
How you been?
I've been all right. I was talking to your daddy last night. Shit, he said you stay somewhere. Then me and Doctor talked to David. I said, boy, your ass. Wow. I said, what he put up there on YouTube? I seen it yesterday. I had to think about it. I said, Jam Lee. Then I seen your name. I said, oh, that's what James Aaron gave us some name. I said, I forgot all about that. I said, he's still holding on to that stuff, man. I said, man, shit. I said, let me give him a call. I said, you was on there because he was like, I think he said something about the people leader or something, man. He said, I don't know what Taiwan do. I said, I was trying to get in contact with him because I see you had B-Shack on there. Everybody know that motherfucker crook. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, what's wrong with that dude?
I don't know. I don't fuck with none of them people no more, man. I don't go to nobody's church. I talked to Dave because Dave got his own little church. He had church on Saturday on 71st. I just got off the phone with him. I was trying to call him on Facebook, but his phone messing up. But he the only one I messaged. You know, Dave used to come over there at James Aaron house.
Yeah, I saw him.
Leah, he got his own church. Now he got a little church. He got to have church on Saturday.
I was trying to talk to him, but I couldn't find his name on Facebook.
It's Anthony Seals.
Anthony Seals, okay.
Yeah, I just got through talking to him. But, he got shot. He's still in that hot-ass area on Western. He stays at the corner store, and the boys started shooting. Some boys ran past him. And I guess when he tried to go around the corner, run, duck or something, he got hit or something.
Oh, well, he stayed like in Inglewood?
Yeah, I'm over there on Western over there.
No,
on 71st. He stayed with Gad Prophet. What's the name? Them daughter. You used to be a member. No, you was over there with Hiram them. He Queen Judah. Prophet Judah and them mama. He over there with his brother. He stayed with his brother. What was his brother name? Prophet Gad, the old man.
Yeah, yes, sir.
Yeah, that's who he stayed with. He stayed with them. He stayed in the basement or something over there in Winchester. He got a queen. He just had a baby though. So I guess they got their own little church. He wanted me to come over and be the assistant, head prophet. But I ain't been into the thing, man. I just, they full of shit, man. I don't even go there with your daddy in them. I don't even go to Moses in them church. Me and Ezekiel I called him a fake prophet. I cussed his ass out and everything, man.
Hey, what happened?
Man, you know me, man. You know I don't play them games.
That's true.
Man. He be talking that shit like, he try to hold people back. And I got up with the Queen Mary Ann, she the oldest queen in the nation. So she ordained me, she made me a minister and everything. So I started hanging with David because we separated, it's like the nation separated. It's like me, David, and some of us like with Prophet Cicero. We ain't doing that King, that Prophet Peter thing. We don't really mess with them. So it's like I'm with Queen Mary Ann now. She's 90-something years old. I'm gonna get her call in a minute too. I ain't talked to her in a while.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Queen Mary Ann.
Yeah, they was saying that stuff about that dude, Terrell Leader, but they don't understand. Like, my church when I was at New Haven, because I kind of grew up over there. Like I didn't do nothing to the dude, and we was in the office, and then he did some type of spiritual thing and like showed his private part and looked off like he didn't do it. So I'm like, bro, you're not getting away with that. You can't do stuff like that and then say you're a Coptic leader.
Man, those people been down, bro. Those people been the other prophet. He came at me. What's the one used to go to True Temple of Solomon? The fat dude, not Billy Gold. What the fuck was his name? What was that prophet name? You know what I'm talking? He died from AIDS, like right after John. I think he died after Prophet John, the Revelator. He came at me on the phone one time. He said, I know about you, Joseph. I said, what? He said they told me about it. I said, who told you about me? I just snapped off on his ass. I said, dude, do I come over there on Austin and beat your ass? Boy, you better stop playing.
Oh,
he said, I'm sorry. He said, I'm sorry, prophet. No, I don't know what kind of gay stuff y'all got going on, but I ain't with that. So he died too. Then, Billy what's his name? The brother died from AIDS too, I think.
Bendigo?
Yeah, Manasseh. What was they? He on YouTube too. He got a church on Ashland. The old man, I don't really mess with them. They brothers. One of them, from True Temple of Solomon.
Yeah.
They around Prophet Peter and them. He got a lot of grandkids in the Coptic faith. Gamaliel. What's that man's name, man? I can't think. You know what I'm talking about. He on Facebook. He on YouTube. He got a service on YouTube. Because you know that young boy leader now, his grandson.
Oh yeah, you talking about Ezekiel?
Yeah, Ezekiel. Yeah, Ezekiel. His grandkid, his grandson supposed to be a leader. His prophet a priest on Israel or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know what too many churches doing too much no more. Old boy, the prophet called me a couple months ago. It's been a while. He down there with my auntie in Iowa. Shadrach or something his name is.
Oh yeah, he's in Iowa.
Yeah, he called me one time. He's like, I just called to see how you was doing. I said, I've been laying low, man. I just talked to your daddy last night. He said he's still in the hunters. I said, he's still over there at Moses and them, boy. He said, man, I'm still hanging in there. I said, I'd have been there for Ezekiel, man.
Yeah, he would.
You ain't been over there?
No, well, my dad told me that they supposed to make my dad a minister. Then I called Ezekiel like this week. I'm like, yo, congrats. You know, my dad said you finna make him a minister. He like, no, blah, blah, blah. He was lying with it. I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah, man, old people back then, that man ain't no good, man. That's why I stopped messing with him. When I was gonna go out over that Titus now, you wasn't around or when you out of town. But I used to go over that Titus now. He told Crawford and them, there's a prophet there, you know, that he paid too. He told them and Titus' oldest son-in-law that if I was y'all, I put Joseph back as an elder. I don't know where he got the prophet degree from. He left me. I said, what? And so half of them was riding for me. He was like, Joe, Prophet Boaz, them was like, we're going to put Joseph as, you know, he'll probably going to put him as he is. You know what I'm saying? We don't know about what Ezekiel talking about. I said I was to James Aaron, and I got people to verify that. He was over there and some more people. You know what I'm saying? You know, so they was like, okay, James Aaron did it. But it was still he tried to sneak and run off. You know what I'm saying? After the prayer and say, he tried to deal with y'all. I'm going to put a little, you know, something, I'm going to drop a dime so I'll stop what's going on. He a hateful dude, man.
Well, he's a street person or something at first?
Man, that boy ain't nothing, man. That man, you see he lost his wife. She left his ass.
Damn.
Then he tried to get everybody on them garments and all that. Now, I wish he wouldn't have made still got my garment in the thing. I was going to get David's wife to, you know, put some sleeves on it and make it like a minister's robe or whatever.
Yeah, he stole.
Yeah, I don't mess with none of them people, man.
He stole $500 from me. Like I guess he paid his rent with it. He stole $500. I gave him the money for the garments in the prophet class. He stole it and act like he never. I'm like, yo, where my money at? Where my garments at? Or my money? The dude, and he stole my Galaxy 3. I don't know what that is.
What that? Oh yeah. Did you get some more? I don't know. Yeah, that's crazy. He stole $500 from you for real?
Yeah, it was like $125 for the prophet classes, and then my Royal Prince garments. He just stole the $500 and disappeared. I'm like, yo, where my garments or my stuff at? Now he got yes sir. I don't know what, you know what I mean. And then he said he a leader. I'm like, yo, what is that? You got your. He said he was struggling. I'm like, you got your shop now. Give me my money. If I don't want you to make garments for me no more, because I got a lot of garments. I spent like $4,000. So I spent $4,000 over 2013 because my wife had left me at the time. So my teacher told me that I needed to get back in church, and that's when I had met you. Then you introduced me to the bishop. Then Ezekiel came over to the bishop church and like stole people from over there. That's what people were saying about him. They said he just go around stealing people members and stuff. You know what I mean? So that's what happened.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah.
That dude, did he say, I think your daddy said, Daniel, he said he got a nervous condition. He said he's sick too. I thought he was sick. No, he like that too. So I was like, no, he ain't sick from that. But he said, I don't really know your daddy. He said, I don't know, man. He said, I heard it's a nervous condition. I said, ain't no telling, man. Some people in that faith been dying, bro. I don't know what God got a spirit on them people or something, man. They ain't doing something right, but them people been dying left and right, them leaders, man.
That's crazy. What, do you still go talk to the Bishop, James Aaron?
I ain't been over there. They say he was kind of sick and went crazy, man. So I heard of David, I stay out here in Aurora. I'm out here in Aurora now.
Oh.
Yeah, so I'm like, I have a truck. My truck that's with that. I'm trying to get something else now, man. So, yeah, where you at? He said you in Indiana in the Hunter somewhere?
Yeah, I'm in Gary.
Oh, you still out there, boy. You love that Gary life, boy.
Yeah, man. It was cheaper, but they going up now, I guess. I think in the city of Chicago, they was going up on the prices to move everybody to the suburbs. So they going up on the prices in Gary too. That's all I know. They going up, you know what I mean? But I got a 2-bedroom for $600, and my landlord, I got a black landlord. He ain't went up on the prices, so I'm like sticking with him. You know what I mean? So.
Right. We gotta get together, man. I'll get back driving, man. Shit, what you gonna try to open up something out there?
I don't know. Like right now, I'm trying to get some DVDs. So I called Truth Over the Solomon. They like $35 for a CD. I'm like, well, when the Emperor was here, I used to go over there. I would get Theophilus to make my crowns, and I would pay $25 for a DVD. And they trying to give me a CD for $35. I'm like, yo, I used to do good business. You know what I mean? I don't know what's going on.
Right.
So right now I'm trying to get some DVDs, actually, to be honest. And everybody acting weird. You know what I mean? So I don't want to be.
I had that DVD. I need to redo it. But I had that DVD. Remember I had that one long time ago. Like, it's one I can't hardly see. It got Sharp and Peter on there. They got a lot of Rebecca and them on there. You know what I'm saying? And then they doing like the Prophet Cicero celebration. Something like that. I got a DVD somewhere, man. I got it. It's not nowhere. I got it in my case, but I got to get certain things that don't play on. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah. You still got it, though?
Yeah, I still got it, yeah.
Damn, that's amazing.
Yeah, man. But yeah, me, Shaq, I don't know what's going on with none of them churches. David, all them dudes talk against me, man. David got a church in the Hundreds. He used to be over there with priest, what's the priest that died? I used to be over there on 79th. Sheldon Shat, what's his name, man? He was the coolest man. He was cool as leader. That was my guy. He died. Queen Holden them leader. What was his name on Saturday night right there off Dan Ryan?
Sorry. I don't.
Priest Summers' name was Ass.
Oh, you talking Stephen?
Yeah, Priest Stephen. Yeah, that was my man. Yeah.
He good. Which year did he pass away?
I forgot, Prophet. I don't even know, man. I know it was like, he was like one of the first ones to die. He died before John the Revelator. No.
Yeah, I mean, I think his was like when you get a Holy Ghost and when you do casework, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like my teacher in 2014, I had her to talk to the bishop, but same with Queen Capital and whatever. Sometimes when they pull them conditions out people's body, they can't get rid of it on time, and like, somebody's leg had to get amputated, and my teacher legs was heavy. So sometimes, like I think with Stephen, he got sick because he healed somebody. So that's why I'm like, yo, I'll sit in the audience, I'll get some DVDs, but I don't want to hear a teacher prophesy like that.
Right. Yeah, it's so crazy now, man. That the future of that other nation, I don't know what they're gonna do, man. Cause they old girl, I guess they the biggest now. Titus' daughter, she a leader now, something I heard.
She get a Holy Ghost?
Yeah, I don't know. She probably got the men again it, but she probably ain't doing it. But she probably got whoever up under her doing it. I don't know. Prophet Samuel still got them guys over. Cause David keep me involved on. He on Manassas. He went over to Manassas. That man looked like a pimp. You seen it on YouTube when David was over there?
Yeah. That one service, like purple.
Yeah, this mitre on. He had that mitre on with the burgundy robe.
Yeah.
They don't be want to honor him as no leader. Some of them don't let him sit on his pulpit. I told him, probably if you go, I'll go. Like, I would never go to Moses over there with your dad and them. No, I would never go over there. He disrespected me so bad, I would never go over there no more, man. But I was up under Queen Mary, so I would have had my collar on and everything, my crown. They set me in the back of the church, told me, you got to sit right here. Moses we got to see what Ezekiel say. Man, I'm not with Ezekiel. I came over here as a guest to Job. You know what I'm saying? I think I took Job over there or something. Or I met him over there or something. That's the only why I came over there. They told me you got to wait till Ezekiel come to see what's going on. What? You know what? I'm out of here. I got up. Did like the Bible say. Hey, look. You dust your feet off and lead it. As it say Job, and lead that land. What they say in the city, he said, he told them to turn back and don't look back. And that's why he said, when your own don't accept you, leave their doorstep, and that's what I did. I never set foot back over there in Moses Church. They've been down there 6-7 years ago.
Damn, I stopped going when he stole $500. Then one time they tried to make me preach. I'm like, yo, I don't want to preach. Like, I was at New Haven for a long time. I'm tired. Bishop James Aaron just gave me my name, and so it was a Sunday I overworked myself because I was a leader at work. And then I came in and sat down. I'm like, woo, I ain't putting my garments on. I'm tired. Then Ezekiel came off the pulpit, came down and tried to lay hands and put a curse on me. Yeah, yes, sir. He like, you know, I mean, and he couldn't preach. Like, I had a phone conversation, and then he got up there and started talking about the stuff I tried to preach about the stuff I talked about. I'm like, man, if you don't get the fuck out of here, I just told you that over the phone. Like, you're not in the spirit. Like, yo, I'm out of here. It was that's what made me get out of that, you know what I mean? So I'm like, something wrong with this dude. And then he said they just elevated him. I'm like, how they elevate you and they see you in here treating people evil? Like, you not my leader. And then he tried to steal my spiritual name. That's why I left. My name is Jamleek Tucker Hammond. And so he go over there and say, you didn't come to me as that. Like, I didn't come to anything. You came over there and persuaded us to lead a bishop and come to Alpha and Omega. You know what I mean? So you a liar, and then he gonna try to give me a different name. I'm like, you can't just do that.
Be like that. You know, they changed my name. Azra changed my name. I was there, Azra, munching like, over there with Azra. He'll help me there. I like Azra, you know, in Indiana, meeting in the basement. Soon you come get me. I stayed on, I stayed on East Side.
Yes, sir.
So he changed my name to Joseph. He said, you is who you is. You know, you Joseph Barsabbas, Prophet Joseph Barsabbas. That's your name. So that's my spiritual name. The last part of it, you know what I'm saying? So you got to say Joseph Barsabbas. So they try to give me the distinction from Prophet Joseph. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, they took that Moses off my name. I like, that's cool. You know what I'm saying? James Aaron did. I don't feel kind of funny with it anyway, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I looked at you like a Moses though, because like I was going, like when I first met you or whatever. Like you was a Moses in my life. Like, you brought me to the bishop, and the bishop like helped me, because it was I was going through a whole lot. You know what I mean? Like, my lights was out because the lights was in my wife's name. You know what I mean? So she.
Right, I remember that.
Yeah. So it was like I was. You know what I mean? It was a lot of problems, and then it's like God sent a Moses. Even if your name changed, God used you in my life as a Moses to bring me to the bishop, and the bishop fixed everything to me. You know what I mean? But then the queen told me, like, they tired, and you know what I mean, they retired, so they didn't really want to deal with the church and stuff. So that's why, you know what I mean, she was trying to get people out of there. And she told me, like, it's not personal, but we tired, and we so hurt from things that's been done. And then Terrell leader Meshach was sending Terrell down there doing crazy stuff, and you know, the bishop like, man, I'll take, you know what I mean, like, quit bringing your ass down here with that dumb stuff, you know what I mean? So it was going.
I don't even he copped it no more. He's still in Wisconsin somewhere. I don't even think he copped it no more.
Yeah, he just be doing crazy stuff. Like when I had, because you know, when I met you, I had people coming in there. So it was a girl that I'm trying to get to be a student, and Terrell trying to make out with her. Then he went over to New Haven and got Kanita pregnant. I'm like, yo, as a prince at New Haven, that's our job as men. Like, are you taking care of that baby? Are you paying child support? You know what I mean? So he started screaming and cursing. And I asked him now, I'm like, yo, you getting in everybody's business. You going over there to the true temple of Solomon. Your leader got you doing jealous, crazy, gay stuff. You know what I mean? That's weird to go over there and disrespect them. Stay, you know what I mean? Like, did you walk? Can you afford a bus card? Like, what you doing?
Even walking shit. I was gonna get his ass. What, he scared to come to James Aaron house? You had to go talk to him and tell the prophet, I ain't got no problem. We was on Damien right there by the prophet house.
Yeah.
I said, you go talk to him, but I might snap on his ass. I see him.
Man, and then I was looking at it like, yo, why all those prince over there? Why they didn't like beat him up? Why nobody put hands on him? You know what I mean? Just coming over there, keep doing it. That they should have called the police or something. Like, you can't just let this dude keep coming over there, because you got people, grandmamas in there. People been going to the Truth and Solomon forever. That's very evil and disrespectful to go over there and do like ghetto stuff, man. That's crazy.
And what's they died too? You heard about? I heard about that. I ain't know. James Aaron's daughter died.
Oh, what happened to her?
I don't know. They say she got sick or something. The big girl was the Empress.
Oh yeah. Oh.
Yeah, she died, and then her husband, what's his name? What was his name? Aaron.
Yeah, Priest Aaron.
Aaron or something. That day he fell out. They say he ain't in it no more. It's just James Aaron and his wife over there. She kind of, they said he kind of lost it in the mind, man. They kind of were kind of crazy.
Damn, well, I'm sorry to hear that. You know what I mean? Because I met her. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, that's crazy, man.
No, but
you gotta get together though, man. You gotta lock my number in there.
All right, I got you.
I'm gonna lock your number in there. So like I said, y'all the only two, like you and Dave, the only two. Like I said, I ain't trying to be no leader. I help people out, man. I ain't trying to be no leader, man. I'll be like a head prophet or something, but
yeah.
I just said, y'all the only two I deal with in the nation. I don't deal with none of them folks. I don't go to David church. David talked about me. Used to be over there with Priest Stephen. He got a church in the hundreds.
Yeah.
So but Joseph think he's something. Something he told Prophet Joe, Boaz, over there Titus, me and Boaz was cool. Me and Joe, because him and your daddy get into it about their name, Prophet Joe. I forgot. He might be a priest now, but he was telling me. He like, David, I don't want you to come over to his church. He said you tried to be something that you ain't. I said, what kind of leader is that? These people put their mouth on people, man. Then one of the influencers told me I was a church hopper. I said, how can you be a church hopper and we all in the same nation? You know what I'm saying? The teaching might be different, but you searching for light, like Queen Mary Ann say. State prophet, you searching for light. You where you need to be at, over here with me. And I looked at it, everybody started hating then. They said, oh, he over there with Queen. She the oldest queen. She was with Prophet Cicero from the Rose Bowl on 47, so she know everything. So they got mad at that. A lot of them get mad. Then one time, your old leader, he was saying, what was that? What's name you had a church on Saturday night? He gonna call me a rooster or something. He said, he gonna tell Queen Mary Ann that, because we went to the Isaiah church for a blessing.
Yeah.
And I sit up on the podium, and I had my little collar on. So at the service over with, Manasseh, that's his name, Manasseh. Manasseh gonna go back Queen Mary Ann. Say, oh, you got this rooster with you. I got offended. I didn't know what he was saying. I know roosters get up early in the morning, so I don't know. Maybe she said, no. She like, leave that alone, probably. That's a compliment. The roosters get up early in the morning. What do you mean? So I don't understand. So I was like, maybe I get up early in the morning. I'm here. I don't know what he means by that. But I took it like a disrespect.
Yeah, he is. I think one time, like at New Heaven when I was there, like Prophet Hiram put up like a brand new billboard that said New Heaven Coptic Temple, and he went over there and tore it down because he was begging the prophet for some money, and then he would like show up at church also, and like I don't understand. He would show up at the church disrespectful, you know what I mean, and try to do stuff by himself. I'm like, yo, what's wrong with this dude? This religion supposed to save you from the streets. You know what I mean? He coming in there with street stuff. Begging the prophet for money, and if he don't get his way, he like tore the sign down. The prophet just put it up. The prophet actually cried at the pulpit. You know what I mean? He was like really hurt. He was like, man, when you put out all good, and then people just treat you so evil, it feel really bad. You know what I mean? That dude did some crazy stuff. You know what I mean? Man,
I heard all the people. I heard he probably high. He ain't in the Coptic faith no more. He got some stuff online, but they say he ain't over there on 111 where they was meeting at. That was David told me. He out of town.
Yeah, I mean that's crazy. I mean, I just be looking for the DVDs and stuff, and it's like. Yeah, so
that's all it is, man. That's all it is. Like I said, I go back and look at John. I show my girl about John. Like, yeah, he was a good man. But, he died from that disease, but he never came out there. I respect that prophet. Now, I was like how you talk about him. I had good things to talk about John. John the Revelator was cool.
Yeah, remember we went to his class and he was like, that girl, that empress, he was like, don't ever disrespect me. You know what I mean? He's like these two prophets in the back. I mean, that guy was really spiritual and really good.
Yeah. He had that demon, that life on him, man. Cause I never knew he was gay till, cause he was surrounded by all the empresses in the church. I'm like, man, he could choose one of them for a wife, but he messing with him, his situation, man. I was like, damn, that's crazy.
What about David though? David Seals, he got a first lady over there.
Yeah, he just had a new baby, man. He got 2 kids now. Yeah, he just had a little kid. He got they deal with that. I just talked to him. I got to call him back, but he got shot or whatever. So he said he's doing okay. But he said the church rolling on, prophet. I been trying to get out there with him, man, on Saturdays, but I ain't got no ride no more, man. So I can't keep promising him, But he want me to roll with him, man. He was in Wisconsin for a minute. He came back up from Milwaukee. He had a church in Milwaukee at his house.
Oh, yeah, that's kind of cool.
Yeah, so he got a little storefront. Some church meeting on Sundays, and he have it on Saturdays. He pays some guy from Christian, spiritual. I don't know what kind of church it is, but he used the space or whatever on Saturday.
So Prophet Meshach, his church closed down, though? That's what they said?
Did it? No, I don't know. I just know I ain't heard nothing about Meshach in a long time. Too. I seen what you had on YouTube yesterday. I was like, damn, what the hell?
Yeah. Yeah, like I said.
Who you was on there with? Somebody else?
Well, it's a thing like, so like I called it Judgment Day on Terrell because he offended me and he offended whether they like the Emperor John or not, whether they like him or not. You know what I mean? He was a gift. He's a gift, right? That's my testimony. Whether they like him or not, you don't do that. And then. Yeah, you don't do that. And then while I was fishing and bringing people in, girls in from the world who it's deep. When you bring women in, you don't mess with them. So I bring the girls in and he's trying to sleep with them. So and then Kanita. I was a prince at New Heaven, right? And so my job is to defend the princess. And so when he had the baby battle, you know what I mean? Your church is over there. And you walking around dirty and nasty and your collar all dirty and you doing those things. So I had to, that's that. Now, I got 5 videos for Facebook, but I had to. And his leader showed his private part while I was a baron in the office. I'm like, fuck that. I'm getting some get back. I'm going to put it out there. You ain't finna get away with that. So that's what happened.
That's what Meshach did to you?
Yeah, that's what he did.
Damn.
I'm like, bro, what the fuck is this? Like, yo, what the hell is that?
Yeah, I've been stopped, man. God, that's why I say God is so good and real, bro. He showed me them people a long time ago, man. I stopped going over there. That's where I met Ezekiel weekend. Started messing with him, man. Cause they gonna hold me for 2 years and they weren't gonna let me come out. They're like, we might let you come out. I don't know how I feel. How you feel? That ain't no spirit of God. What you talking about?
Yeah.
He's like, man, Joseph, we might keep you another year. I said, okay, you know what? I'm out of here, dude. And I said, man, ain't no men over there either. Ain't nobody his kids over there. And then Ray, that was my teacher. His short, yes man ass. You know what I'm saying?
Which one is that? He from Meshach Church or?
Yeah, he's a priest over there. The short guy with the glasses on. He made the Coptic book. Like he know the history of Coptic nation. He got a book out.
Something wrong with him. He tried to fight me because I wouldn't let him in the prophet office. I'm like, yo, the prophet tired. He said he ain't seeing nobody. He was like, tell him. He's like, he turned into a street person. I'm like, yo, what this dude? He tried to fight me.
Ray or Meshach?
Yeah, Ray. Meshach did some gay stuff. And Ray, he just tried to fight me. I'm like, yo. And then when I preached at New Heaven on January 7, 2014. And then he was in the spirit. I'm like, yo, you see, you don't fight. You know what I mean? You tried to fight me that day, but this day you need me. Now I'm in the spirit, and I'm killing it. And I'm giving honor to the prophet and queen for helping me and my family because we come from the projects. You know what I mean? And they took us in. And their church is designed for little children, little people that's growing up. Because the prophet didn't want to deal with the grown people or people that come from other people's churches because they come with too many problems. So that was my message. And then he was in the spirit. I'm like, see, you don't fight because we fight today, then you need me tomorrow. That's what I was showing. I'm like, see, that we worked it out. Like, but you don't fight me. That's my job. If I'm on the door and I say, yo, the prophet ain't talking to nobody because he tired or whatever his reason, it ain't your business. He said, no, you got offended. Like, you know what I mean? He tried to fight me. Like, you know what I mean? I'm like, what the hell? Like, yo.
They go to James Aaron house.
No, I'm talking about Minister Jireh from Terrell Church.
Right, I'm saying where you was at
No, I was at New Heaven. This is when I was like a teenager. This I was like,
okay. He came over to holler at Hiram.
Yeah, and you know, when you a Baron, I'm on the door like, yo, the prophet ain't seeing nobody right now. So that's their attitude though. I ain't saying he a good or a bad person, but they think they run everything. That's why he was sending Terrell over there to the to Solomon on some dummy things, like on some jealousy stuff. You know what I mean? So
yeah, that boy ain't involved no more now. He in Wisconsin somewhere with some other girl doing something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm like, where you work at? He be throwing stones and hiding his hands, like, you know what I mean? I tried to give him a bigger up before I executed him on like Facebook and put his business out. Cause like you offended me and people that I like to hear preach, you know what I mean? Cause you offended, and you know what I mean. You offended them, and then what if I would have got hurt because of that? Cause I'm like, they never beat him up. So what if you doing that stuff? They start beating up every young dude that come into church because they don't know what you coming in there for. So I had to defend it, like, yo, you don't do that. You don't throw stones that hide your hands, you know what I mean? Like a girl. We men, we stand on what we say. You know what I mean? That was my problem. So that was the Facebook thing. And then that story gonna get twisted 100 ways, but it's out there. It's my truth. It's my testimony. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't trust it to go around churches physically anymore. You know what I mean? The bishop gave me my name and I'm good. And then I got tested under Ezekiel. Ezekiel did some demon things. Like, how you gonna steal my name, bro? Like, yo.
I remember that time. Cause I went, where I was at the time? You was going over to Moses. Was I there?
Yeah.
I was barely coming, wasn't I?
Yeah, you was barely coming. You know what I mean? You keep it real. You know what I mean? So.
Yeah, they don't like me, man. You know what I'm saying? He really he put his mouth on Queen Mary Ann. I said, what?
Yo.
You call yourself a leader and you call yourself up under Prophet Cicero? Man, go on, you playing games. But, you know, Prophet Boaz, you know, I was around him too. You know, that's when the old prophet from the Rose Bowl came up on the Prophet Cicero. I used to go to his house before he died. He stayed in the manor, man. He's a Mason too, so he could talk to me about a lot of stuff. And he's like, Ezekiel don't really know too much, brother. You know, he just be running his mouth on what he heard us talk about. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Mary Ann, do she mind her number being like, I would love to have her number and talk to her.
Matter of fact, I'm going to call her. I'll call her and then I ask her. I tell her, about you and the history. You know what I'm saying? Like he want to talk to you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I
ain't talked to her in a while. She like 98 years old, man.
Damn, if she's like... Because I tried to talk to Queen Hosanna, but, you know what I mean? Sometimes people have an attitude.
Man, she over there with David. The one in probably the other David that came from Stephen Church over there in the Hunnage.
Yeah, because I be trying to see.
She's sick now, though. I heard she ain't making garments or nothing no more. She's sick or something.
Yeah, that's what she said. She don't want to make them. But I was trying to see, yo, do anybody got a picture of the Rose Bowl, Prophet Cicero Church? I call for a positive reason.
I don't even think Queen got one. I ain't never seen it.
Or the funeral home, the graveyard. If I can get the funeral where he was buried at, where Prophet Peter was buried.
I think he was in Burr Oaks. I don't know, cause I think that boy Dirksen carrying the other little. You missed a whole lot. The other little boy that died used to play the drums real good. Remember that little boy used to play the drums with his name was the name on YouTube, Big A. He got caught over there, King Von and all that shit. He got killed in the restaurant on King Drive. Over there on 63rd, 2 in the morning, man. And I told him right before that, he threw down, I'm on one of them tapes with John and them, because I was at John and them church then. A lot of them tapes that John got on, they got on YouTube, I was there. So I told him, I said, God gave you a blessing, little brother. Don't, man, leave them streets alone, man. Next thing I know, 2 months later, maybe 4 months later, man was dead, man.
That's messed up.
I told him, man, I said, man, God gave you a blessing. He was about 21. I don't know how he was when he got. He wasn't about 24, 25. Well, you know, the little young bearers that was up at the John, you know, a lot of them little dudes game, they were BDs or whatever.
Dang, that's crazy.
But they go to church on Sunday and try to, you know how we do. You know what I'm saying? How people do, man. So.
Yeah. But like I said, I was trying to write a book. That's why I was like, if I can talk to Queen Mary Ann, that'd be good. Or Anthony Seal, just to hear what he say. The Facebook thing, they can take it how they want to. You know what I mean? Like because you know when the Emperor came to preach at New Heaven when I was there in 2010, I'm recording the message, and Terrell run over there saying some weird stuff. I'm like, yo, bro, ain't nobody did nothing to you. Why you keep doing crazy things? You know what I'm saying? Like, you interfering with me recording. Like, what's wrong with you?
You got that recording?
Yeah, I got it. I'm going to put it on Facebook, like, soon. I'm going to tell you what I'm going to put up there. I got ads for preaching. I'm putting that up. I got...
He ain't in the faith no more either, man. I heard he ain't having church in his house no more.
Oh, what happened?
He fell out with somebody, man. I don't know. They even be telling me this stuff. So he fell out with somebody, man, and he ain't part of the Coptic Church no more, faith no more.
He can preach
really. A lot
really...
of good folks gone, man. They run a lot of good folks away, man.
Yeah. He can preach really good.
Yeah, he can. I like the one here. They got him on the water doing the baptism on Sunday morning.
Yeah, in 2013.
Facebook,
yeah.
He gave me my name, man. He gave me my name. He changed my name, Joseph Barsabbas.
Yeah, that was so Terrell Church's leader, they got the professional recording, but they won't release it. But the one Shadrach, he recorded it with his phone, and on YouTube he got like 14,000 views, cause it's something that people don't see. And I was at a meeting one time when Priest asked before he prayed, I gave him some DVDs, and he's like, "Thank you, Prince. This is a blessing to see his leader, King Peter, and everything. Thank you. This is a blessing." And then he prayed at that baptism. Then while I'm watching it, I see Prophet Meshach. He got professional people recording it, but he won't release it. Some people because he want to be he hold all the good stuff to keep people in bondage. Like, yo.
Yeah, he want to be Prophet Peter, man. You know, that was his supposed teacher, or whatever. Not his teacher, but he was around the Triple Solomon back then. So I think that's who he really want to be deep down.
Yeah, that shit weird. Like, that's their stuff. Put that video up. You know what I mean? Because his church closed, so people don't feel comfortable going. Like, I get a lot of phone calls. People don't feel comfortable going to a church no more. So put it on YouTube. Put it on Facebook.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because, like, if you got senior citizens and you got, like, ghetto people running in churches kicking off fights, it ain't safe. And like Terrell should have been in jail, you know what I mean? Like, yo, call the police. That's harassment. You can't do that.
Yeah. And then you missed it, too. The Leah Church, the girls are fighting Leah Church. They went down to Two Temple Solomon down, Host over there. Cars deep was fighting the sisters. I said, man, what kind of this? I said, nobody want to deal with this. Once people see that, they don't want to deal with this. This is worse than Baptist church. This ain't no different. This is kind of worship. I said, man, one church goes, a group of girls from one church go there, fight another group of girls from another church. That's crazy, man. On Sunday, you know, when we had lunchtime.
Yeah.
They went over there and did it again. I said, that's crazy, man.
That's why you had been left, and I don't go because, like, yo, when that guy tried to crucify me, like, okay, I'll take the major prophet degree, but he said, you didn't come to me, you know what I mean? Like, yo, what you doing? I got my spiritual name, so you trying to crucify the bishop and me, and then everybody started calling me that fake name. I'm like, yo, that's not my name, because after that happened, after I got crucified in front of everybody and my tribe, this young lady named Danielle, who I knew forever, she recorded it. You know what I mean? When I got crucified, him trying to take my name in front of everybody, I went back to the bishop. I'm like, yo, what was that? And they, you know what I mean? They gave me some counseling. Like, it was like a hospital for me. So I say that to say, he talking about they elevated him now. I'm like, how are you he said he a bishop now. I'm like, why?
Told me.
Huh?
That what Job told me yesterday on the phone.
Yeah, I'm like, how are you a demon and they elevated you? Like, yo, just make garments, don't go to church, let God deal with you for doing evil. Cause you know what? God gave Prophet Cicero permission to build the Coptic Church. So that's something totally different. When it's
bad, man.
Yeah,
it's bad, bro, because it's been around almost 100 years. Ain't like the Nation of Islam has been around that long, and look at it now, man. It's messed up, man.
Yeah, that's all I was saying. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I got, I've done great things. I brought a lot of people in. I got married. Prophet Hiram married me and my first wife. I brought her in. She's from the suburbs of Chicago. She's from the United States Army. When I got her, I met her at Subway. She was just coming home from the Army, and I had her come in there. And then she got out. She said she'll never go back because they fighting and all those things. They fighting. I just put our wedding on Facebook, like, yo, because she a professional. She from the suburbs, United States Army. She don't want to deal with that stuff that you know what I mean? Like, so I can't fault her. You know what I mean? So... But
I'm gonna walk my fiance downstairs, and I got your number, man. I might give you a call later on. What you be doing through the day?
Depends if I go to work today. If I feel like going to do Uber, I will. But other than that, I might.
That's what I was doing. I was doing Lyft and shit, man. I ain't got no truck no more, so I was doing DoorDash. I was doing DoorDash, so that's what I'm working on, man. So I'm gonna hit you back, Prophet. Peace of love, man. I love you, man.
I love you. Love you too. Love you too, Prophet. Thank you for helping me.
Yes, sir. Yeah, you always my brother, man. So I tell your dad I was looking for you.
Yes, sir.
Okay then, Prophet. Peace and love.
Peace.
God bless. Hello.
Hey, Prophet. What's up?